Hello students, this is Bharat Manji here. In class 11 physics, we are going to do today's topic is dimensions. Okay. Up till now, we learn about fundamental quantities, then derived quantities, and the system of units. Okay. So in that system of units, we learn about SI units. Okay. So in SI units, we considered the units of 7 fundamental quantities. The 7 fundamental quantities are mass, length, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, and luminous intensity. Apart from that, there are the 2 quantities. They are called as supplementary units we are using. They are plane angle and solid angle. Okay. So units of these fundamental quantities plus many units of derived quantities combined together to form SI units. Okay. Now let me, you can tell me what is the unit of mass? Yes, it is kilogram. So kilogram is your SI unit number 1. Second is length. To measure the length, which unit we can use? It is your meter. So meter is your SI unit. For time, it is second. For temperature, we need to use unit that is Kelvin. For electric current, that you already know, we are using ampere. Amount of substance, for that we are going to use unit that is mole. And luminous intensity, we are going to use unit that is candela over here. Okay. For plane angle, the unit is radian, and for solid angle it is steradian. Now along with this 7 fundamental units plus 2 supplementary units, and there are the many derived units. Derived unit means, suppose speed. What is the unit of speed? It is mass per unit, meter per second. So that meter per second will comes under your SI unit. Next, what is the unit of force? That is Newton. What is the unit of work? Joule. So all these work, joule, Newton, watt, ampere, volt, all these units come under your SI units. Okay. Next is very important concept of physics is dimensions. Whenever we have new physical quantity, we will introduce to you. So that time you have to always find dimensions. Okay, so dimensions help you to find dependence of given physical quantity on these 7 fundamental quantities. Okay, means whatever physical quantity we can have, so that we can express in terms of these 7 fundamental quantities, and that expression are called as dimensions. Okay, here we are going to use the rules of indices that you already know. Okay, so while using, how we can use the symbols for it? So for mass, we are using M, capital M. For length, we are going to use L. And for time, we are going to use T. For temperature, we are going to use capital K. For electric current, we are going to use A. For amount of substance, we are going to use mole. And for luminous intensity, we are going to use CAD. Okay. Now, next important thing is that, so this mass, length and time, these 3 MLT you have to use always. And if temperature, electric current, amount of luminous intensity, if it is present, then only we are going to use it. Okay. So dimensions means we can express given physical quantity in the powers of basic fundamental quantities, and they are called as dimensions. Okay. Suppose, for example, first we can have a speed or velocity. Okay, what is the unit? What is the formula for speed? So speed is distance upon time, that you already know. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Okay. So whenever we want to express dimensions, we need to use a square bracket and symbol for that. Say speed, the symbol of speed is V. Now go to the formula. So speed is equal to distance upon time. So when we are having the distance, so distance is related to mass, length, time, temperature, electric current. So we can easily say that distance is related to the length. So we can use here L. Length is L. Now it is at the numerator side and it doesn't have any power. So when it doesn't have any power, its power will be L1 over here. Next we are having the time over here. Okay, so time is at denominator. So which factor is just easily we can say that it should be T, and as it is at the denominator side, so when we take denominator to the numerator, power will become -1. Okay, so what are the dimensions of the speed? It will be m0. First you have to write mass, then length L1, and then time t raised to -1. So dimensions of speed are m0, L1, t -1. Second example we can consider, that is acceleration. What is the formula for acceleration? Yes, it is change in velocity per unit time. Change in velocity upon time. So you have to remember that every time whenever we want to find dimensions, first you need to remember the formula, and on the basis of formula only we are going to find dimensions. Okay, so change in velocity or velocity, both having the same dimensions, and velocity and speed both are having the same units and same dimensions. So whatever the dimensions of velocity, that same dimensions is of speed. So that speed ka dimension we can use over here, that is m0, L1, t -1, and at the denominator side also we can have, we are having one time factor, that is t1. So if you take this factor to the numerator, the dimensions will become, dimensions of acceleration are m0, L1 and t -2. Okay, so these are the dimensions for acceleration. Third example we can take, that is force. What is the formula for force? Yes, it is mass into acceleration. Okay, we already know the dimensions for acceleration are m0, L1, t -2. So that we can use over here. So dimensions of force will be equal to dimensions of mass, that we can write as m1, dimensions of acceleration as m0, L1, t -2. Now use your indices rule. So power base same, we can add the power, so it will become m1, then L1, t -2. Okay, so we can have the dimensions of force are m1, L1, t -2. Now you should always remember the dimensions of force, because in physics many times force factor will come, and all the many other physical quantities are depend on the force. Suppose we want work done, so work done is equal to force into displacement. So we can easily find dimensions of work by knowing the dimensions of force. Same way, if there is a pressure, so pressure is force upon area. So many these physical quantities are depend on the force. So if we know the dimensions of force, we can easily find dimensions of other physical quantities. So always remember, dimensions of force are m1, L1, t -2. Next physical quantity is work done. Again, what is the formula for work done? Yes, it is force into displacement, F into S. Okay, dimensions of force we are having over here. So dimensions of work done is equal to, force ka dimensions are m1, L1, t -2. Now displacement, as for displacement, so displacement is measured in terms of length. So we can have dimensions for displacement are as L1. Okay, so here we can say that m1, then L1 will become L2, t -2. So these are the dimensions for work done. Next is electric charge. This you learn in class 10. So what is the charge? Formula for charge, Q is equal to, we can write as I into T. Okay, current into time. So how we can say the dimensions of for charge? It will be equal to, Now here only current and time, both the factors are there, but mass is not there, length is not there. So, okay, but whenever we want to write the dimensions, m and t you should write always. So m0 L0, then t factor is here, that is T1, and for current we are using A. So M0, L0, T1, A1 are the dimensions for electric charge. Okay. So next we want to find dimensions for potential difference. Potential difference. So potential difference is, now there are the two formulas we use in class 10. First is Ohm's law, that is V is equal to IR. And before that, one more formula we use, that is work done per unit charge. So we are not knowing the dimensions for resistance, so that's why we are using the formula, that is work done W by Q over here. So we are having the dimensions for work. So we can write potential difference dimensions as W is M1 L2 T minus 2 upon charge. So we can write here A1 T1 or T1 A1. Okay. Now see here I wrote all M, L, T, A. But for intermediate steps, if mass factor is not there, so we can omit that factor. Okay. So finally we can say the dimensions for potential difference are M1 L2. So this T1 will go to the numerator, that will become T minus 3 and A minus 1. So these are the dimensions for potential difference. Okay. So for example, we did only 6 physical quantities dimensions. There are the many physical quantities which you already learn up to class 10. That is, you learn about potential energy, you learn about kinetic energy, you learn about power. So for all that physical quantities, we can find dimensions, and that will be homework for you. If you are not getting anything, if you are not getting any kind of formula, okay, you can refer your textbook. And to know the dimensions, first basic thing is you have to remember the formulas. Okay, so this is your you can have lots of time to remember the formula. If you know the formula, you can easily find dimensions of any physical quantity. Thank you.